Hey, you can call me Midge, and today we're back with another episode of Vampire Therapist. I have improved my lighting situation a little bit. I'm trying really hard, guys. I'm trying to make every episode of this a little bit better than the one before. So, hopefully that's the case. But let's get started, because we got bloodsuckers to counsel today. I'm sorry if I keep looking up. I'm trying to make sure that everything is set. That will stop here in a minute. Takes a little bit for this curtain call. Here we go. It's funny how it doesn't have the, when you first start it, the very first line of dialogue is silent. I noticed that.
Another one. I think my caseload's starting to get a little crowded.
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you.
Oh, you may hear a beeping noise at some point throughout this. I have something in the oven that is on a timer, so it's not gonna keep cooking, but it'll stop at some point during this recording. So that's what the beeping noise is.
I know how strongly this next client requires aid. She is a great deal older than most of the clients you've seen, and sometimes it is harder for the elderly to see reality. It took me far too long to do so.
She as old as you are?
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change than I was.
Okay, so she's older than 400 years, I think, was the other ones, and less than 3,000 years old. So, what is she, 1,000?
Take a look at the intake form.
1804. Okay, or 1,804 years old. Okay, what is her name? Med? I don't know how to say that. I mean, it'll pronounce it for me, I'm sure. Age 1804. She's female. She's from the Bronze Age. An elderly vampire like myself, Medi. Okay. Medi has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. Wow. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords and has since kept distance between herself and mortals. She now spends more of her time online, where she has become a streaming celebrity. I do not know what this means. Perhaps a younger vampire might. She has expressed frustration at the increasing demands of her followers. Suggestion: be patient with the elderly. Wow.
Dang,
okay.
She died young. Makes me wonder why I waited so long to kick the bucket. Could have left a nicer looking corpse.
That's what I said in the first episode.
Alas, death does not often allow us to have much choice in the matter.
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Indeed, it is a puzzle, as elder vampires can often be.
I sure do hope I can help her.
I think we can.
You will do your best, I know. Let me allow you some privacy. She comes.
Oh, she's
Hello?
cute.
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medb?
Miv is my real name. Medby's just my screen name.
Okay.
You can call me Medi if you like.
All right, Medi.
Oh, mighty fine meeting you, Medi. I'm Sam.
Is that all you are?
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
You're a cute, strange cowboy man.
I don't know that you should be calling your potential therapist cute, miss.
True.
Not in a touching bodies way. I mean, you're more like a rabbit or a mouse.
Her voice is great too. The voice acting in this is, I said it before, but it is really great.
Oh, I want to dress you up in a little mouse onesie and watch you scurry about. You can keep your hat on and be a little cowboy mouse. Oh, I like that very much.
Okay.
I'd keep you in a little cage and give you lots of cheese and, of course, a wheel to run on. You can be my
Getting a little
whiskery
weird here,
little
girl.
pet.
What is the matter, Samuel?
I think I'm out of my depth here, Chief. I ain't keen to be anyone's pet.
Older vampires such as myself can sometimes be uncomfortable to be around. I believe this will be an excellent challenge in setting boundaries, Samuel.
Okay, that's the goal here, setting boundaries.
Explain to her your boundaries. You will be modeling positive behavior and saving yourself a little trouble.
Yeah, just a little.
All the more reason to be clear and polite right now. Good luck, Samuel. I know you can do it.
You look distracted, little mouse. Have you smelt a bit of cheese? Did your whiskers twitch?
All right, miss, before we keep going, I think we need to set a few boundaries.
I don't want to wear a onesie. I don't eat cheese. I don't want to live in a cage. I think that about covers my boundaries. Okay, so are we just doing these one-on-one, I guess? All right, we'll just start from the top.
First of all, I ain't gonna wear no onesie. I don't think I could find one that'd fit.
I could sew one for you. I would make the neck hole really big so that your funny hat would fit right through it.
Okay, well, maybe I wasn't being clear. I don't want to wear a onesie.
But it would make me happy.
Well, it wouldn't make me happy, miss.
Fine. But I don't like it.
I don't eat cheese, you know that. We only drink blood anyway. Mortal food doesn't exactly agree with us.
Man, I would be so sad if I could never eat cheese again. Ugh, I love cheese.
But a mouse who doesn't eat cheese is hardly a mouse.
But I'm not a mouse.
Then why do you have twitchy whiskers?
I just like the way they look.
So do I. That's why I think you should eat some cheese.
Well, I ain't gonna. Take it or leave it.
You're very mean for a mouse.
I don't want to live in a cage.
This stuff about putting me in a cage and making me your pet are things you should be doing with a blood partner. Besides, I make the rules about my own body. If I don't want something, you gotta respect it or find a new therapist.
Body autonomy. How can you be like 2,000 years old and not understand body autonomy? Whatever.
You don't want me to do things to your body.
You cut that out. I'm serious now.
Very well. Be that way.
I think that about covers it.
Very well. It's a little boring. People usually let me do what I want to do to them.
Well, this is less boring then. It's something new.
I suppose you're right. It's very clever, strange cowboy man. May I still call you a mouse from time to time, though?
If it'll make you feel comfortable, I guess it ain't hurting me. But let's get to you and why you're here. Now, it said on your intake form that
She's afraid of aging. She's overworked. She's worried about climate change. She's overworked.
you're overworked, it said. You're not my first client with that problem. What line of work are you in?
I play video games.
Video games? Like Star Invaders?
No, silly. More like Overcharged 2 and Pension Impact. More of an FPS and RPG.
I don't know what them things are. I kind of figured video games were just a fad, like collecting ferns was in my time.
Collecting ferns.
Video games are lots of fun. There's even one where you get to play a cowboy and kill bunches and bunches of people.
Yeah, there's has got to be some sort of nod to Red Dead. His
Then you get to
character.
pretend you feel bad about it. But after that, you kill even more people.
Shucks, that there might give me some flashbacks. But you're working by playing video games? How's that?
I stream on Glitch. I have millions and millions of followers there.
Wow.
Wait just a gosh darn minute. People are paying to watch you pee?
P.
Of course not. That sort of
Only
thing would be
Zealots.
on my Only Zealots page. If I could pee. Which I can't, because I'm a vampire.
Vampires don't pee? I guess I never thought about that before.
All right, you gotta walk me through this.
What's streaming me? Oh, streaming and peeing. Okay, I get it. What's only zealots? I guess we're just gonna go through all this. Okay.
What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing?
Streaming means to share your computer screen to the internet.
Like watching the cinema, only instead of people shooting each other, it's you answering emails?
Sort of. Mostly people just like to watch people shooting other people. Only it's little computer people that only look like people.
Clear as mud. I got some more questions about them funny things you mentioned, though. What's Only Zealots?
That's a very special website where my very special followers get to see me do naughty things for money.
You've been around a long while. Do you need money?
Good question.
No, of course not. But I do like having mortal blood bags who will do anything for me. They're very useful.
Okay, that makes sense.
This whole thing makes me feel old.
But you're only a baby vampire, strange cowboy man. I'm glad you're not the kind of baby who poops and pees, though. That's quite icky.
I had some more questions. What's all this RPG and FPS stuff?
Role-playing games and first-person shooters.
Kinda dark to be playing games about the first person you ever shot. That ain't a good moment.
You're extra, extra silly. It's a video game with a first-person perspective. It only looks as though you're shooting someone.
She's a very cute face.
I like the ones where there's lots and lots of blood. I end up feeling quite hungry.
Wow.
Are they still using corn syrup to look like blood? It never looked realistic to me.
They don't use corn syrup in video games. You're very funny.
I'm glad I'm funny, I guess. Let me ask you something else about these video games. All right, I think I understand a little better. You're working pretty dang hard for all them followers. What do you need them for?
Lots of things. They pay my rent for me, they buy clothes and gifts for me, they dispose of all the bodies. And they let me kill them too. They're all so eager to die. Poor little lambs.
Wow.
They're like servants?
Servants, little sheep, whatever you'd like to call them.
And they're willing to just up and die for you.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, naturally. Sometimes all I have to do is smile for them. They find it enchanting.
People get real weird on the internet.
And they quite like my breasts and vulva.
Whoa, okay, that was out of nowhere.
Oh, I see.
Does it make you uncomfortable to hear me say breasts and vulva?
No, it doesn't make me uncomfortable, but it was a little like we're talking about eating people and then suddenly you're talking about vulva. Like, all right.
Well, I reckon I just wasn't expecting that level of candidness.
Breasts, vulva.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, but it's so much fun to watch your little whiskers twitch.
So these followers of yours do a lot of work for you, huh?
But I have almost 100 million little sheep. It's rather difficult to manage them all and keep them happy.
I would imagine so.
Why do you need to keep so many servants happy?
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing.
That's Nosferatu.
Is it really true that if you don't have your followers, you won't have anything? Ain't you got other stuff you're interested in?
I suppose I enjoy reading and video games. And I can do those things alone.
Yep.
There's also playing games with my body.
Oh, yep, there's that.
Which Americans don't do. You like to shoot people instead. Bang, pow, ugh.
Wow.
That ain't always true. But let's get back to what you were saying.
If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
I don't know if that's Nosferatu thinking or control fallacy. I don't think they'll all turn.
That's some pretty extreme thinking. Your followers can't all be that fickle. The idea that you can make everyone happy is something that ain't in anyone's power. And assuming you have no control and they'll all turn against you ain't true either.
That is true, I suppose. I can do things you couldn't dream of. But I won't show them to you because you're an American.
Okay.
That is much appreciated, miss. And now about the stuff you were saying.
All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses.
They believe.
Let's ease off them labeling terms. Don't go calling yourself crazy.
But I am crazy. And I know how strange I sound to these short-lived creatures.
I reckon I might sound the same if I were around as long as you and seen some of the stuff you've seen.
True.
Besides, crazy ain't got any kind of real meaning. What's sane? You've been around a while, you know them definitions change all the time.
That's a good point.
I suppose that's true. Don't think any of us are really sane.
It's all relative, right?
I think that's a heck of a lot closer to the truth.
I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share, it seems.
Come on now, you've been around for nearly 2,000 years. How in the heck could you have nothing to offer? I'm sure you could tell me all sorts of things about history and the places you've been to and the things you've done.
If
Very
I
true.
talk about things I like, my followers abandon me. Fickle little bloodbags. They always like it when I show off, though.
I mean, I believe it. The internet is like, I mean, y'all are here, y'all know the internet, but it's like you say, I like oranges, and then somebody always pops up and be like, well, you don't like apples then? There's always something. People are always mad.
That's a problem with your followers, not you. Don't go disqualifying the positive things about yourself just because they don't see them.
You're very kind, Manling. If you were one of my followers, I might even let you live.
A very kind gesture, miss.
I can't help but think, though, I should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
I just had a random thought. Like, if you're a vampire, obviously your hair doesn't grow. So, like, you better be happy with the length of your hair. Especially, like, if you're someone who likes to experiment with that sort of thing. Imagine, like, living thousands of years and never being... I mean, she's got color in it, which I guess would fade over time, no matter if you're the undead or not. But, like, what if you had a haircut that you fucking hated for 2,000 years? I guess you'd wear wigs or something, or get extensions. I don't know, but wow, that would be a lot. Okay, this is a should statement.
You say you should keep your followers happy. Do you like it when they're happy?
Just because I kill my bloodbags doesn't mean I wish to be cruel. After all, they're so cute when they die with smiles on their precious little faces.
I'm glad to hear that, but here's the thing. When you say you should make them happy, you turn it into a responsibility. If you got 100 million people you should please, that's pressure you don't need. Get what I'm saying?
That's hella pressure.
You are too sweet, little mouse. Like a sugar mouse. Someone might try to eat you.
Heck, they already did. How do you think I turned into a vampire?
You make me seem very silly for worrying so much about my blood bags. Not a very good vampire, am I?
Maybe if she stopped just calling them blood bags, that might help a little bit. That seems a little dehumanizing, but I guess she doesn't care about that.
Well, what's a good vampire supposed to do?
Oh, my blood father used to tell me that we were supposed to be gods. Told me that we would rule all humanity. I imagine he'd be ever so disappointed in me.
Well, blood parents are always complicated. They like continuing their legacies, but people ain't too good at being anything but themselves.
I wish someone would tell him that. He's a very bad listener.
Well, you should be proud of yourself for getting away from him. I know it ain't easy.
This about abusive relationship?
Oh, I didn't leave him. The druid sealed him away long ago.
Oh, I just remembered we probably have stuff to read in the journal, but we'll do that after we talk to her.
He'll slaughter us all when he escapes. And there will be nothing we can do. Oh, it's gonna be ever so much blood.
I think we can handle a vampire. There's a lot more of us now, and I bet the bastard ain't even heard of a gun.
True.
You don't understand. He's a wizard.
Wow.
Well, last I heard, wizards ain't bulletproof. Let's give ourselves a little credit. I ain't gonna worry too much about this fella. Besides, if he is coming back to kill us all, we only got so much time to enjoy, right?
True.
These dang followers of yours have got you stuck at home, though.
It's better this way. It's not safe outside.
Well, why do you say that?
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel and horrible.
I think this is labeling.
I know you've been through some tough times, Mitty, and you got a hell of a lot of reasons to think people are all awful. But those experiences ain't the be-all and end-all. There's a lot of bad, a lot of good, and even more in between.
Maybe. But it's safer to assume that it's all bad. Mortals are very afraid, and when mortals are afraid, they are quite cruel.
True. I mean, I've been there. I had a period of my life where I struggled with agoraphobia, and it was not fun. So I understand these thought processes that she has. They're very hard to overcome.
That's more of that all or nothing thinking. There's billions of people out there now, and more differences between each and every one of them than you'd expect.
But I don't need to endanger myself anymore. I have my sheep.
I'm sure we'll get to talking about them real soon.
We can talk about them now. They help me stay in my flat. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them and touch them and enslave them.
I think this is a control fallacy.
With all due respect, miss, you're playing with sunshine here. Life is always going to change. That's the one thing we can be sure of. Your retreating from society is only going to make it harder to face the changes ahead.
Yep. You got, like, if you're going to live thousands of years, you got to be hella adaptable. Because otherwise you're going to be miserable.
Such as when the machines arrived.
What machines are you talking about?
The ones in the factories. The ones who made me leave the bog. Did not like that very much. Not at all.
Oh, look, I didn't want to upset you. You're here to handle the world a little better, and that means being honest about what might happen. That makes sense?
Yes. The machines keep getting stronger. I should be ready for them.
Kind of funny that she has this, like, obviously a form of trauma, but she also streams on what is essentially a machine. And she uses a machine to keep her sheep or whatever.
All right. Well, let's keep talking.
They used to call me Calich na Mona, the witch of the bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster.
I think this is labeling.
Hold on a sec, Mitty. I get that there's safety in people thinking you're some kind of monster. But what I can't abide is you calling yourself one. Names have power. You know what they used to call me?
Fuzzy McWhiskers. Scaly Tail Sam. Ooh, Scurrying Sam.
Oh, again, I forgot to put my freaking watch on silent. Let me do that. It's gonna pop up on my screen. Sorry about that.
They called me Slaughterin' Sam. And as you might imagine, I didn't earn many friends with that name.
That's not very cute at all.
No, it ain't. I didn't feel cute neither. I felt like an evil bastard, and that ain't a good feeling.
I didn't say I liked being a monster. It just makes me feel safe.
Contradiction in there.
Then let's find a way to help you feel safe without calling yourself a monster then, huh? But keep going.
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair.
Well, why should you show them what a monster you are?
So that they'll know to stay away, of course.
And is that the only way people will stay away?
It's the way I know. I used to put severed heads outside my cottage, but the policemen don't like that very much.
Yeah, probably not. But that is a very effective deterrent.
So what if I said you should protect yourself by putting severed heads outside your place again?
I'd say you should learn otherwise. The police can be very mean.
That's what I mean. Should doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room. It might seem like it's just words, but them words can lock us up tighter in a bank vault. But let's keep talking.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
I think that's Nosferatu thinking. No?
We ancient vampires are very few. I can tell you with some certainty that your client is very good at hiding her true capabilities,
Oh, okay, maybe it's
perhaps
just
even
qualifying
from
clauses.
herself.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
You know, you're what, some 1,800 years old? You're older than any government on Earth. You've seen the world change in ways none of us could dream of.
Wow, that's wild. That's older than any government on Earth. I guess standing governments, yeah. That's crazy.
Hell, you basically won the internet, and I can barely open up my Vmail program. You're way more capable than you're giving yourself credit for.
That's true.
I suppose that's true. But I'm not very good with real life people. Unless I'm eating them.
Real life people are hard.
You're still disqualifying the positive by canceling out all them skills you got. You can use all that modern lingo I've barely even heard of. You dab, fam?
Oh my god.
That was ages ago.
See what I'm saying?
His smile's cute.
You are very clever, sweetling. It is easy to forget how small and weak mortals are. But the world is a big place full of things that might try to hurt me.
I'm sorry if you can hear my dog chewing on his foot endlessly over here. Or licking himself. I don't know what he's doing. I can't quite see him, but he's making a lot of noise. I hope you can't hear that.
Well, before you face the world, why don't we start with your neighborhood?
Good idea.
Let's start slow. Take a walk around your block, 15 minutes a day. Just spend a little time outside looking at the moon.
I suppose if anyone tries to hurt me, I should be able to kill them or enslave
Definitely.
them.
You're, like, hella powerful. I can't imagine how I would feel if I could do that. Like, holy shit.
Very well, strange cowboy man. If anyone does kill me, I'll simply become a ghost. Then I can whisk myself up your bottom with a little ghost needle and poke at your guts.
Okay. I was gonna say something about big dog privilege, like being your own big dog privilege, but then she pulls that out of nowhere.
I don't think it'll come to that. Just spend some time outside and see how you feel, and we'll talk again in a month. Sound good?
I guess 4 weeks is the standard length for vampire therapy. I can't imagine going 4 weeks without seeing my therapist. When I go like 2 weeks, I'm like, ugh. We had to take a extended break for a couple months while she changed some stuff around, and that sucked.
Very well. I suppose my followers outside must be eager to carry my coffin home. I promised I would eat them when we got there, so shouldn't keep them waiting. Farewell then, little mouse.
She is very cute.
Hoo-wee!
Well done, my friend. You seem a little out of sorts. Are you quite all right?
She was something else.
Like so many of our kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world.
I think we only got one wrong in there. It's not bad.
I think you will be of great help to her. She clearly likes you.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
You are under my protection while you are here, Samuel. I guarantee no ghosts will travel up your posterior. You've done excellent work tonight. Please, relax downstairs. Summer will be here before we know it, and the nights shall become short once again.
Before we go to the next area, let's check the journal. Okay, we got her client record. We already read that, so can we go back and see the other ones? Yeah, we didn't see this last time. So this is about Edmund, the actor, who is very intense. Edmund is afraid to get back into acting because he's afraid of getting anything but universal praise. Self-centered mindset, believes he determines what acting must be, diminishes the thoughts and opinions of others. He does that a lot. Champion gaslighter, tried to convince me I was attacking him, sees the world through theater. Next time I'd like to dig in on where all this comes from. Why is this fella so insecure? I wonder how many times we're going to get to see each of these clients. Okay. So then let's see our journal. I don't remember where we left off. Okay, I think we didn't, I think we only read of the first client's journal entry, so we'll do this. April 26, 2024. I had a doozy of a client tonight by the name of Isabel d'Este. Holy hell, that is one strong lady. I was shaking in my boots half the time talking to her. I read up on her Wikipedia and was glad I hadn't done that before our session. I would have been even more scared. I'm surprised we could even have a conversation. She was Pope Leo X's sister-in-law. How the heck do you deal with family like that? I don't know anything about Pope Leo, but I would assume that's a lot. I've had a nice week otherwise. Been exploring the graveyards here in Leipzig. They're real fancy here. Guess it ain't no surprise this place has so many goths. Do they have a lot of goths in Leipzig? I don't know. I've never been into the goth scene. I always felt intimidated by goths. Not in a bad way. Like, they're so cool, and like I just never felt cool enough to be a goth. Okay, May 3rd. Just finished up with a new client, and this guy was a lot. Fella nearly burned the saloon down with his gaslighting superpowers. He's an actor type, which I don't have a lot of experience with. I never really got into theater stuff, except for maybe vaudeville. Something about watching people tumbling and smacking each other with blunt objects just speaks to the soul. Oh, so I pissed off Crimson last night. I tried to do the whole oh yeah, I forgot about that. I tried to do the whole therapy thing on her without her permission, and she was hopping mad. I gotta remind myself that just because I'm learning to become a therapist, that doesn't make me everyone's therapist. I think that is so important to include in here, because I know, especially, like, I studied psychology, right? Like I said, I have a master's degree in psychology. A lot of people, when they, I mean, I probably did it too. I just can't think of an instance off the top of my head, but a lot of people, when they start studying psychology, they start pathologizing things and seeing things everywhere. And like, while it seems natural to us, people don't like that. It's not nice to do. So that's very cool that they included that into this as a part of the narrative. Ain't nothing more to read. I wonder if we're going to get to know more of our story, of Sam's story. Oh, okay. You can close entirely now. Thank you.
Rest in peace, my friend.
I need some water instead of coffee for a second.
Tarnation. I'm glad the kids here aren't glued to their little TVs. I wonder why that is. I'll bet Crimson knows.
See if we can make things right with her.
Giddy up, little doggy.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
Truth is, I'm running out of cowboy terms. What can I get you, handsome?
How about a kind ear for my troubles?
You got a real old school way of seeing bartenders. But in this case, you're right. I am a good listener. Lay it on me.
I got this new client. Makes me feel old.
He should have apologized to her straight from the start.
250-year-old man feels old, huh?
Yeah. But seriously, I thought I understood people, but she's from another time, like. I've been around a long time, and I ain't seen nothing quite like this internet. But my client lives there.
And you think you can't help her because you don't understand the internet?
I think we helped her, but I would understand if he says he's not sure. Because, yeah, I'm going to say I'm not sure.
I remember when the first steam locomotive showed up, and we thought, that's it. We've invented everything.
Really?
Laugh all you like. Point is, I'm getting old faster than I ever have before.
Here's the thing, cowboy. Nobody understands the internet. I don't feel old yet, though. Still just glad to be alive, thanks to Andy's blood.
Oh, yeah?
I know you've been curious about why I've been drinking vampire blood. You don't have to pretend. I've got a rare blood cancer. Andy's blood is what's keeping me alive.
Damn, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
I didn't say I was dying. I said I had cancer. Stop making that face. I'm just glad I found Andy. Don't think I was quite ready to die.
Yeah.
I, for one, am glad you're sticking around, Crimson.
Well, thank you kindly. So what'll it be, Sam? You ain't gonna dance?
He doesn't like to dance.
No, I ain't gonna dance.
You owe me that story one day, cowboy. Here, have a little something I whipped up for Andy. Herbal blood tea.
That's a really nice drawing. Illustration, whatever you want to call it. That is very nice.
No garlic, right?
No garlic.
Mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll take a nightcap. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
It would suck to not be able to eat garlic anymore either, man. I love food. I'll be sad to not eat food.
Adios, muchacho.
Muchacho.
I think that's my last client for a while. My caseload's big enough. I'm starting to get overwhelmed.
Okay. So I guess we're just going to continue to see the folks we've already been seeing.
Maybe something from one of my books will inspire me. But then again, I could watch cartoons instead.
We did a book last time. You want to do cartoons this time? Why not? Let's watch a cartoon.
I used to have a crush on Betty Boop, and I ain't ashamed.
I imagine all this is in the public domain, probably, and that's why they got to use it. Do we get to watch it? There we go. I saw something on the internet the other day that says that I don't know if this is true, I'd have to go back and rewatch it, but that Betty Boop in Roger Rabbit has multiple nip slips. Like what? It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Didn't think I'd be watching the Betty Boop cartoon today.
Good night, Betty.
Good night, Uncle Max.
Is that a candy bar? Yeah, I think so. That looked slightly racist there for a second. What do you think? That's not very far off of how it feels down the bad. I've always thought it felt like there was like something alive in there, like worms or something that just like light up on fire inside your mouth. Tooth pain is seriously the worst. And I have chronic pain, so like tooth pain is really bad. That and kidney pain. She's making him a dentist chair. Wow, she's a talented artist too. Who knew Betty Boop was so talented? Art. And I guess she's gonna pull his tooth too. Wow, she's a real Renaissance woman. She's Barbie before Barbie. It's good to know the cartoons have always been weird. Because, like, as a 90s kid, we had some hella weird cartoons. But this is also weird. Oh my god. No anesthetic or nothing?
I'll be with you in a minute.
Guy. Gonna send him into hysterics. How long is this cartoon we're watching? Oh my god, I just realized that you can't even see it. The camera is partly over it.
Oh, my dear, I feel so silly and so clear. Ding, ding, following, ha, ha, ha.
Now they're both getting all loopy.
Hi, I could laugh until I die. Ding, ding, following, ha, ha, ha.
Well, at least he's not hurting anymore, I suppose. You're gonna light up the whole city? That's a lot of laughing gas. The mailboxes. Imagine the skill that this animation took back in the day. The gravestone. Wow. Okay. Remove my camera. That's about centered. Sorry, I had most of it cut off the whole most of the time. Okay, we are done.
They don't make them like they used to.
Maybe we shouldn't have watched all of that.
I think that's enough action for one night. Time I got me some shut-eye. Good night, son.
A fine evening to you, Samuel. How are you feeling tonight?
Not bad, not bad. A little overwhelmed, but I guess I kind of have a lot going on these days.
Indeed you do. The mind is an easy place to get lost in, is it not?
No kidding.
You ain't kidding. Keeping all them cognitive distortions in my head and sorting through all my clients' problems ain't easy.
We are not machines, Samuel. I believe you will find that you can never handle everything at once. There is a term the mortals use these days, multitasking. It's a kind of meta-control fallacy. Even we must handle thoughts one at a time.
I guess. I just hope I can concentrate on my own therapy with all this stuff bouncing around in my noggin.
I do not expect you to be an exception to the rule, my dear fellow. Let us see whether we can clear your head. I would like to introduce you to a ritual I have learned for stealing the mind.
Cool, okay.
This some kind of ancient vampire secret? Something the old ones gave you that's been lost to time? Something mortals could never imagine?
No, it's just meditation.
Oh.
That does not make the technique any less valuable. Now then, close your eyes. I will guide you through this process.
I have tried to form a meditation practice many times throughout my life, and I was never able to do it. I could never get my mind or my body to settle long enough. And then I got a MetaQuest 3 and I started meditating in VR. And oh my god, it's the first time I've ever been able to successfully meditate. And I think one day I'll be able to not have to use the VR anymore. But it's so cool to have, because it's visual. You can do guided or non-guided, and there's visuals. So I'm still getting, I'm not just sitting letting my brain just wander with my eyes closed. You know what I mean? It makes a huge difference. It's so cool. They have apps on your phone that are kind of similar where you watch a moving mandala or something while you meditate, but in VR it's incredible because it's all around you, and it's just really, really cool. And it's that alone. I mean, I work out in VR too, so it's really worth it for me, but the meditation stuff has been great. I've been doing it for, I can't look at my phone because I have a little countdown calendar to see how long I've been maintaining a daily meditation practice, and I think it's been about a year, probably, maybe even over a year. So yeah, if you'd like to do meditation and you have a hard time and you have a Quest 3 or a Quest whatever, or any kind of VR headset, I guess, look for meditation apps. They're very, very helpful.
Think of a place that brings you comfort. Where is it?
What place do you guys imagine? I always imagine a library, a big, beautiful library. The smell of books with maybe a hint of coffee in the background. And just quiet, maybe with a fire, kind of like this has. And lots of beautiful books.
I have to say the woods. I always liked being in nature.
Yeah, he wandered in nature for, I think he said 90 years, right?
Then imagine the woods and let your thoughts come to you. Be attuned to your body. Breathe, and you will be able to address your thoughts and clear your mind.
It's way easier said than done.
Now close your eyes and begin.
If he does this right on the first time, or gets this on the first time, then he is a better man than I have ever been. Yeah. Okay, first breathe in and press and hold. Watch here. Okay, and he's gonna this is gonna teaching you how to meditate. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see. And then let go. Watch as breathing slows down your thoughts. This is just, I thought I was holding this down, but I guess I'm not yet. It's just telling me how to do it. Watch as breathing slows down your thoughts. Last to clear a thought, hover over it. Okay.
I ain't cut out for this therapy thing. Andy sure is a tall glass of water. I miss my princess. I kinda miss farting. Focus, Sam, focus.
How am I supposed to do this at the same? Okay.
Who's got a pretty mane?
Okay, I'm getting it. You gotta continue to breathe and then acknowledge the thoughts. I kind of miss fart. When we start bouncing around, control your breathing. Aha, I'm getting it. That is actually meditating, because you do have to control your breathing to be able to. When you start feeling the thoughts coming and you can't stop them, then you focus on your breath to pull you back into the moment, the present moment, rather than all the thoughts you're thinking. Am I supposed to click these thoughts? I don't really know what I'm doing. Because I've thought I've dismissed all these thoughts. Do I just have to keep hovering over?
Wonder what's
I'm
on
not hovering over
Batflix.
long enough.
Should I look
thought I
over
just
the
could barely
Reinhardt?
touch them.
I'm so bad at meditating.
Yeah, it feels like it for a while, doesn't it?
I like blood from San Antonio, not New York City.
Oh my god.
Relax, ain't no vampire hunters here. Who's my favorite horse? Is it you?
I thought I had to just like barely hover over them, but you gotta stay on them for a couple of seconds. That makes sense because you need to acknowledge that you're thinking the thought. There we go. We got it.
How are you feeling now?
That was a nice little way to illustrate meditation.
Yeah, all right. Fine, really. All them thoughts just feel like thoughts.
That's the thing I've had to learn too, that you don't have to... Your thoughts don't necessarily mean anything. Like, just because you're thinking it doesn't mean it's, like, true, or that you have to act on it, or that you have to express it. Like, you could just think something and just let it go. And I've struggled with that a lot in my life.
What sorts of things came up for you?
Well, I thought about my clients. I thought about all them cognitive distortions. My horse came up a lot.
Your horse?
Yeah, Princess. She was my horse back when I was alive. I still think about her every day. I can't really stop.
I understand. I have bonded with many horses in my own life, but it sounds as though the loss of Princess was particularly fraught.
Yeah,
What did she get
Would you
killed?
like to start there?
not sure I'd like it. But seeing as it's come up, maybe we should talk about what happened to her. It's got a lot to do with my old gang. I mentioned them before. Well, the Mystic Bastards was their name. They were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose, and I had nothing to lose.
The oven's going off, so that's what that was beeping is. If you can hear it, I'm not sure. This mic picks up a lot.
That sounds like some Nosferatu thinking, my friend.
Oh, I can see that now. But it turned out I still did have something to lose. And they took that from me to prove my loyalty. They took my princess, killed her in cold blood, and made me watch the whole thing. They made sure she saw me too.
Wow.
Oh, Samuel, I am so sorry.
I just stood there, watching her dying, with them big eyes looking at me like she knew I betrayed her. They knew what it would take to break me, and it's my fault for letting them do it.
He's still so sad about it all these
But
years later.
Samuel, these mystic bastards, it sounds as though these loyalty tests were a cruel, mechanical part of their indoctrination process. These are the actions of a cult. They had no special care for you or your princess.
The oven is beeping again. Maybe I need to go turn off the timer. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think it was going to keep beeping until I acknowledged that the timer was going off. This oven's pretty new. I haven't quite gotten the hang of it yet. Anyway, okay, so these are the actions of a cult. They had no special care for you or your princess.
Well, it sure as shit worked. They knew where to hit me, and it's my fault for letting it happen.
What they did, Samuel, had little to do with you personally. You were vulnerable, and they took advantage. This is what cults do. But Samuel, you are exhibiting a cognitive distortion known as personalization. You are attributing the Mystic Bastard's actions entirely to your own supposed failings.
Okay, we're learning a new cognitive distortion. Fantastic. I thought we might just go through the whole game with just those, but cool.
While it is natural to grieve for your horse, holding yourself solely responsible is neither fair nor accurate.
Hold on a sec, my head's hurting. I can't hold on to all them distortions all the time. Ain't personalization a lot like a control fallacy?
Similar, yeah.
An astute observation, Samuel. Personalizations are often a form of control fallacy.
Okay, this is going to make it complicated to choose the correct one in our sessions.
While control fallacies often manifest as a belief that you have more control over external events than is actually the case, personalization is a more specific tendency to believe that external events are reactions to you.
Okay, that's the distinction. Believe that external events are reactions to you.
But let us leave control fallacies out of the picture for now.
Oh yeah, it did
You are
remove
correct that keeping
Okay.
all distortions in mind at
Oh.
once is unrealistic.
Maybe that's what it's doing. Maybe it's like giving us these very broad, which obviously I took a lot of issue with at the very start of this playthrough. Maybe they're taking these very broad concepts and then slowly narrowing them down. And if that's true, I like that. That's a very effective way to teach these concepts.
I would not interrupt your thoughts if I did not think personalization important. You are shouldering the blame for Princess's death. I can see that.
Well, if it ain't my fault, who else's is it?
The gangs.
The Mystic Bastards, of course. Let me put it into perspective for you. I will make a series of statements, and you help me identify the personalization distortion.
Okay.
I overslept in my coffin because I forgot to set my alarm. I bit Crimson's neck last night and missed the vein because I was distracted. It was entirely my fault. Batflix raised my subscription price again because they knew I would pay no matter what. I forgot to go to the dentist, and that is why I have cavities. Did you miss my personalization? Let me start over. I
Okay.
overslept in my coffin because I forgot to set my alarm. I
That's not
bit
one.
Crimson's neck last night and missed the vein because I was distracted. It was entirely my fault.
She distracted you.
That's the personalization. There's a million reasons why you might miss a vein. Sometimes finding the right one can be tricky.
Okay.
But I admitted that I was distracted.
I thought it was wrong
In
because
this
it like
case,
vibrated.
I am clearly the cause of my accident, and it is no distortion to say so.
Oh, it wasn't a distortion. Okay.
I guess that makes sense.
Let me continue. Batflix raised my subscription price again because they knew I would pay no matter what.
That might be it.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
personalization. Badflix has no earthly clue who you are. They just raise their subscription prices anyway.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Just as your gang planned to isolate members from their former lives. Do you see the
Yeah,
connection?
I get it.
I guess so. I was just too stupid to see it at the time.
Not stupid.
Ah, calling yourself stupid is what distortion?
Yeah, it's labeling. But I should have known anyway. I knew that crew was bad news. I just thought I was bad news too.
And you wanted to belong somewhere.
You should have known. That's another distortion of reality, Samuel.
All right, fine. Should statement, whatever. So what the hell am I supposed to do, Andy? Say nothing's ever my fault and I don't gotta know nothing? I was responsible for getting that beautiful horse killed. She trusted me, and if I'd been someone else, she wouldn't have had to die in that awful way.
I am not asking you to lie to yourself. Far from it. And I am not suggesting that you absolve yourself of all responsibility. But what would you say if a friend came to you with the same story? Would you tell them what they should have done? Would you call them stupid?
Probably not.
You said yourself that you joined your gang because they were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose. I do not think this is a circumstance most people choose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Remember, Samuel, we are trying to reframe our thinking by clarifying these distortions. I know it may feel as though I am picking on you, but I am not. Let us forget what you should have done to make room for a different distortion. You are drawing a direct link from your emotion to the death of your horse. This is a distortion called emotional reasoning. I understand the guilt you feel, Samuel, but your guilt does not act on its own. This terrible thing, it did happen, and some choices you made undoubtedly created the circumstances for it to occur. You are not blameless. But let us restrict your blame to what you have actually done.
I'm sorry. I get awful worked up when talking about my princess. You should have seen her, Andy. She had these eyes. She looked right into my tainted soul and still loved me.
I understand that. Animals have that power.
I understand, Samuel. We feel tremendous guilt when we fail an animal. When we look at reality, it is not to dismiss our burdens, but to process them fairly. I would like you to understand emotional reasoning so you can see how emotions color our thoughts. Please listen, and call me out when I am using emotional reasoning.
Okay.
I feel anxious. Perhaps it is the garlic naan I smell from the Indian restaurant next door. The mood in my club is somber tonight. I am sure it is a reflection of my own dark mood. I find myself in an irascible mood tonight. Perhaps I drank some tainted blood.
This one's challenging.
You missed my emotional reasoning,
Yeah, I know,
Samuel.
I was listening to all
Please
of them.
I feel anxious. Perhaps it is the garlic naan I smell from the Indian restaurant
I
next
think
door.
it's the second one.
The mood in my club is somber tonight. I am sure it is a reflection of my own dark mood.
That's the emotional reasoning right there. I don't think them folk in the club know too much about how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Exactly. Our emotions can feel all-encompassing, and that is purely biological. We are animals, Samuel. There is a small cluster of brain tissue at the base of the cranium that tells us we are safe or that we are about to die. The complexity of our existence is at odds with our biology, but we have the logic to recognize it.
Well, if reincarnation's a thing, I think I'd rather come back as a horse.
I always say I want to come back as a Shih Tzu who belongs to a dink millennial couple. Because there ain't no better life than that, for real.
It is indeed a boon and a curse to have human complexity of thought.
No kidding. If I were a horse, I'd know better than to join any cowboy gang, let alone the Mystic Bastards. I'd be happy with a bag of oats and a field to run around in.
How did you end up with the Mystic Bastards in the first place?
Well, like I said, I didn't have much choice. Nobody would have taken me in at that point, except a hangman, maybe. I wasn't a vampire yet, so hanging didn't sound too appealing. The last job I did got my brother killed, and after that, my wife left with my daughter and I never saw him again. Can't say I blame her. I didn't have nobody. Ain't no surprise that a vampire gang would be the only people to take me in.
Aha, so that is how you turned.
Yes, sir. It wasn't pleasant. Not the candlelight and writhing body sort of affair you see in mortal vampire stories.
That is terrible, Samuel. The turning is never easy. How did they find you?
That job that got my brother killed, we partnered up with one of them Mystic Bastards for it. He knew where to find me.
And he knew you were vulnerable and that you had no place to go.
I've thought about that. Were they setting me up all along? Maybe. But whether they were or not, I really didn't have any place to go. I know when them wanted dead or alive posters go up, folk find dead easier and more fun. People saw me as outlaw scum when I was a kid, and there was no way they were going to be kinder knowing I was in a gang.
You know this for a fact. You are certain that no one would have any pity on you at all, that your only recourse was to join your gang?
I guess I don't actually know that no one but the bastards would have taken me in. Sounds like a cognitive distortion, huh?
Yeah, but you were just doing the best with what you could at the time.
I think you see the patterns now. It may seem like pedantry, and perhaps it is, but pedantry is the search for ultimate truth.
I guess.
Spoken like a true pedant.
For real.
It comes with being terrifyingly old. You discovered the cognitive distortion before I could point it out to you. It is a cognitive distortion similar to Nosferatu thinking. So let us put that particular
That's what we're
distortion
doing.
out
I
of our
like
minds
that.
for now.
We started with pretty broad definitions, which was frustrating at first if you have like any kind of knowledge about this to begin with. And then now we're narrowing it down. This is excellent. I take back what I said in the first episode. I mean, I still found it fucking frustrating at the start, but this is great. This is great. I like this.
Yes, things were grim for you, but your experiences caused you to assume that there were none who would favor you with a kind eye. You were exhibiting the cognitive distortion of overgeneralization, the idea that no mortal could accept you. This clouded truth made you vulnerable to the Mystic Bastard's approach.
Damn. Maybe you ain't wrong, huh? I should have joined the Foreign Legion or something. Dang it, should statement.
Your mind is not a cognitive distortion shooting gallery, Samuel. Cut yourself some slack. All we seek is recognition of our distortions, not perfection and not punishment.
Yep, excellent.
Let us test your ability to recognize overgeneralization. Then I believe we will have covered enough for tonight.
Okay.
Elder vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
Okay, that is one, but we'll keep
It
going.
seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough. Vampires from Transylvania all have funny accents. I want to suck your blood. Who talks like this? I don't believe you have found all my overgeneralizations yet.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Elder vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
Wait, ain't you an elder vampire? You don't seem like much of a know-it-all.
He kind of is.
That's right, Samuel. Though, in all honesty, I used to be quite insufferable myself.
I mean, that voice definitely helps.
I aspire to be more patient
And
these
those
days.
shoulders.
Let me continue. It seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough.
It's not that one.
Vampires from Transylvania all have funny accents. I want to suck your blood. Who talks like this?
That seems like an overgeneralization, Andy. I ain't sure any of them ever sounded like that. Pretty sure they all sound American these days anyway from watching bat flicks all the time.
Correct, Samuel. I apologize for the offensive accent. It was employed only to prove a point. Well done, Samuel. Your ability to identify cognitive distortions continues to impress. But let us bring things back to you. I do not ask you to absolve yourself of the things you have done. You did not have the tools to be mindful of the thought patterns that made you vulnerable to the mystic bastards. I have seen mindfulness take root in you, though, Samuel. I hope this session has been helpful to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still sad. And still regretful about Princess. I think I'll always be. My not being mindful is what killed her. Every time I think about it, I just know I'm a terrible person who messes everything up. But I think the awareness helps.
Yeah. And the more you reframe that thought, the less you'll feel it eventually.
It does. Then please tell me what cognitive distortion you just exemplified. Was it emotional reasoning, overgeneralization, or personalization?
Oh, shit, I didn't pay enough attention. I think it was all of them.
I guess it was kind of all of them.
Masterful deduction, Samuel. Your sense of self-awareness is most impressive.
Here's a tip. I got lucky there. When you're taking a test and you don't know the answer, but you have one that says like all of these answers, most of the time that's the correct answer. You can take a good bet that it usually is.
Remember, cognitive distortions are not a cudgel to beat yourself with.
Cudgel. I like that word.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. If we're spouting cognitive distortions all the time, ain't my clients gonna be mad at my constantly interrupting them?
You continue to impress. Yes, we cannot bully our clients with distortions. Thus, I find it is best to clear our minds and focus on a few during each session.
Okay.
Keeping endless distortions in mind is not easy for a therapist either, after all.
I've often wondered about that. Like, when do therapists... Because like I said, I have a master's degree in psychology, forensic psychology. I don't have a mental health degree, and I'm not a therapist. I've always wondered that, how like they know when... How does a therapist know when to step in and when not to? I guess I'm certain it's very situational dependent, but it's still a very... How do you know those boundaries? How do you figure that out? And I suppose it takes, it's depends on the client and the situation and all that, but I wonder what kind of training they receive to learn how to properly navigate that, because it's got to be hard.
I think we have done excellent work tonight, and I'm certain you've built up a thirst. I know this evening was emotionally intense. Ask Crimson for some scotch.
Again, I'm going to check the journal real quick so we can read the new distortions and stuff, and then we'll continue to wrap this up. All right, we got emotional reasoning. Emotional reasoning is when we act like our feelings represent reality, but no matter how unhappy we are, feelings alone don't define the world. I asked Andy, ain't everything emotional reasoning? And he said no, emotional reasoning specifically when we project our feelings onto the world. The world can feel like garbage when I feel like garbage, but that doesn't make it reality. Examples. I get the shivers walking into this ghost town, so it's gotta be haunted. I feel uncomfortable around them young vampires. They must be up to no good. This horse trader feels trustworthy, so he must be. Let's do the deal. Overgeneralization is when we take one or two experiences and then assume future experiences will always be the same. Mortals overgeneralize when they think all vampires date high schoolers based on that one vampire book they read. We know what we've experienced, but it's a distortion to think our experience represent a pattern or the whole of something. This is something that so many people need to learn. Examples. Every time I play poker, I lose. I'll never win this game. Transylvanians sure are creepy. I knew a man who smoked a pack a day and died at the age of 96. I reckon tobacco's fine. Yeah, this is a real problem that we see a lot in so many areas. I won't get into it. Alright, let's see if we have notes for, okay, yeah, let's go back. Oh, okay, we've seen her, yeah, okay. I was confused because it was on the other side of the page last time. Medi is feeling overwhelmed by her followers on social media and their demands. She relies on them for food and help dealing with mortals. She talks about mortals as if they're all the same. so overgeneralization, spends a lot of time online, creates strong one-way attachments with her followers, needs to get outside, bad at boundaries. I think next time I should figure out why she's got such a simple view of mortals. Maybe she'd be better off if she didn't see them as ants. Alright, let's see if there's any more journal entries. I really need to remember... Okay. May 10th. Because we already read this one, right? Yeah, because it talks about Crimson. Okay, May 10th. So I know the internet's been driving the mortals batty, but dang if it isn't affecting us vampires too. I got a new client that has half the world watching her play video games online. What's that all about? Next thing you know, they'll be making cinemas where you stand behind the screen and watch folks watching the movies. The world sure is a strange place. Andy says that's it for new clients, and I'm grateful for that. I've been feeling a little cooped up here in the city. I'm taking a weekend trip to the mountains out in Harz. Gonna take the Autobahn. I'm past fear and death anyway. Alright, so he sounds like he's gonna take a little break for his mental health. That's great.
Drinking booze ain't exactly compatible with our biology, Andy.
By Scotch, I mean Scottish blood. It's iron-rich and quite delicious. I age it in whiskey barrels.
Aged blood? Ugh.
That sounds pretty nice. I might just do that and call it an early night.
As you wish, Samuel. Rest well, and do not lasso yourself so tightly, as you say. You are deserving of love, especially from yourself.
Oh.
I'm just gonna leave before I get more embarrassed.
Very well, Samuel. Rest in peace, my friend.
Let's see where we tries to wrap up here. But we'll stop before it starts another client situation.
Samuel, greetings. You are
Okay.
seeing Dr. Drain again tonight,
This
yes?
is where we're gonna end it. I appreciate you for watching. You can see my face a lot better, which, like I said, might not be a good thing. But I hope that every video gets a little bit better and a little bit more watchable. Because this is all new and I'm figuring it out as I go. And I'm just one little lady. But anyway, I hope you have a good weekend. It is Friday. And I will not be making videos on the weekend. But I hope you have a good weekend. And I'll see you next time.